show you got the best. Crystal, ballistic, over now. Psycho King, User King, use them on Candy King. Okay, Cobra Freak, you gotta hide it. Mister the Twister, Monster with the roaster. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effects. Take a bow to the moon. Bring me, Psycho, gotta hide it. Electric, left to show you got the best. Crystal, ballistic, it's all over now. Psycho King, User King, use them on Candy King. Okay, Cobra Freak, you gotta hide it. Mister the Twister, Monster with the roaster. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effects. Take a bow to the moon. Morning rays, hairspring queens, get on their way to the nest, the west. Honest, they once had a dream. The bell of society, the shell of the unity. Cornets, spin it, the sound flow. Follow till they home, dragged by the powers of the dream. That power is shit on you.
Don't want you around anymore. Colors fading, you take all brown. I want brown, but I'm doing my own. You know
Psycho got high, you collect, select, show me your best. And crystal blisters, it's all over now. Psycho can't get sick, and anymore can't get cocaine, cold, free, got a high kick, Mr. Twister, noise with both face, get up, step aside, see the one that's the moon. Morning rays, hairspray queens, get on the way to the nest, the west, honest. They once had a dream, fell inside and shouts of unity.
Cornet, and you be so close. Fall to the heart, just one power, dreams, that power is now known.
Brainwave, mainspring, Psycho got a high kick, collect and select to show you got the best. Crystal, ballistas, over now. Psycho King, User King, needs them on Candy King. Okay, Cobra Freak, you got a high kick. Mister the Twister, Monster with the rotor. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effects. Take a bow to the moon. Brainwave, mainspring, Psycho got a high kick, collect and select to show you got the best. Crystal, ballistic, it's all over now. Psycho King, User King, needs them on Candy King. Okay, Cobra Freak, you got a high kick. Mister the Twister, Monster with the rotor. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effects. Take a bow to the moon. Morning rays, hairspring queens, get on their way to the nest, the west. Honest, they once had a dream. The bell of society, the shell of the unity. Cornets, spin it, the sound flow. Follow till they home, dragged by the powers of the dream. That power is shit on you.
Crystal blisters, it's all over now. Psycho can't get sick, and anymore can't get cocaine, cold, free, got a high kick, Mr. Twister, noise with both face, stick it up, step aside, see the one that's the moon. Morning rays, hairspray queens, get on the way to the nest, the west, honest. They once had a dream, fellas of society, the shells of the unity. Cornet and spin it, the sound flows, falls to the home, dragged by the power of dreams. That power is yet unknown. That power is yet unknown.
The power is yet unknown.
mainspring cycle, got a high kick, collect and select to show you got the best. Crystal, ballista, over now. Cycle cane, use a king, use them on candy cane. Okay, cobra, freak, got a high kick. Mister the twister, monster with the roaster. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effective. Take a bow to the moon. Mainspring cycle, got a high kick, collect and select to show you got the best. Crystal, ballistic, it's all over now. Cycle cane, use a king, use them on candy cane. Okay, cobra, freak, got a high kick. Mister the twister, monster with the roaster. Stick it up and take it up, step aside, see the effects and effective. Take a bow to the moon. Morning rays, hairspring queens, get on their way to the nest. The west, honest, they once had a dream. The bell of society, the shell of the unity. Cornets, spinning, the sound, flow. Follow till they home, dragged by the powers of the dream. That power is yet unknown.
Never seem to want you brownie more colors, betting you take all brown. I want brown, everything I hope you
Brainwave main recycle, got high, can collect, select, show me your best. And crystal blisters, it's all over now. Cycle cane, just looking at any more candy cane. Cocaine, call me free, got a high, kick, mister, twisted, noise, with groceries. Stick it up, take it up, step aside, see the one that's and that's taking by the moon. Morning rays, hairspray queens, get on the way to the nest. The west, honest, they once had a dream. Those silent shouts of unity.
coolness, getting the sound blood. Falls to the head, just on power trees. That power is now known. Leave your hesitation.
Test.
I should open up the... Okay, it sounds like you're working. How am I? I believe I sound pretty good if I say so myself, but I just have to speak up a tiny bit.
Oh boy, I hope this works. Oh, I didn't even have to modify it, never mind. Well, that was easy. I mean, I messed with it beforehand, but I was expecting more problems.
Mhm.
I do have to play it in windowed mode, but, you know. Wait, I think it just restarted.
It's a little bit buggy.
Oh, I
on
spoke
computer.
too soon.
Oh no.
No, why did I say anything?
It be the opening cutscene. Is it black for you, or?
Hold up, it should be back. Okay. I think now it's good. Right?
Yeah, the start menu is there.
Okay.
Sometimes the first cutscene has some issues.
I have to play it in windowed mode, but that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. I
Streamlabs
think
doesn't
on
pick it up if I'm not in
Oh, okay.
windowed. You can turn the grass off. Cool. Wait. What happened to the VSync thing? Oh, does VSync not exist in windowed mode? Huh.
wait.
Or is it in
Go
advanced? Oh, never mind, it's in advanced. It's supposed to be on, right?
Is your like cursor way off?
My cursor is on the letter V in VSync right now.
Yeah.
Wait, let me check the stream. Yeah, it is
Okay.
way off. Is that how much of an issue might that be?
I don't know.
What happens if I do this? This might ruin. I might regret doing this. Okay, let's see what happened. Yes, I added Lunamon on top of the Fluttershy.
Yeah.
Okay, well that just, yeah, I figured that was gonna go bad.
That might be an issue with the cutscenes in this game, like the FMV cutscenes.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, never mind. You didn't. I'm wrong. I was too soon. I was too early. I was a fool.
I was testing full screen. I guess I'm just gonna have to
Oh,
deal with the
okay.
mouse being off on
Yeah.
stream. Will that be annoying? I don't know.
Uh, my concern is if your mouse will be able to reach the commands.
No, no, my
the-
mouse is in the right spots. It's just the stream
Oh,
is picking
okay.
it up in the wrong spot, so that might look annoying. Like right now, I'm hovering over a new game, and it's like to the right of movies,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just a visual problem.
As long as it's just a visual problem, then you're good. My concern was if it was like actually like that, and you cannot just reach your commands because it was
Nah.
too low. But no, that won't be an issue.
It
I
did.
mean, this game was originally made for the Xbox, which had no cursor.
Okay, it did just go invisible though, and I had to exit and come back. This is what happens when
Yeah.
you try to stream a game that was made for Windows XP. What did I think I did Scout. Yeah.
I would say either Scout or Soldier for a first time through.
I already messed around with this part and didn't know what I was doing. And I still don't, but
This is your first time through Knights of the Old Republic, right?
yeah.
Then where's
Maybe
the stream tag for first playthrough?
Maybe I should have put that in the title or a stream tag, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me try to change that. If only I remembered what I did last time with all these points.
You do that while I pull up a thing for all the points to try to remember, because they're like, we could read through all of them, or I could just pull up a page, because like I know what they like compartmentalizing them through playing the game myself. I understand how the stats work, but remembering which does which and just not sort of being like, oh yeah, this character has that. You know, am I making sense? I'm not sure. Regardless, I'm still gonna.
Did my face mess up?
There's a little bit of a delay. What do you mean by mess up?
Hold up, maybe I can fix it. I think when I tried to make the game full screen, that's probably fine.
I didn't see if there was an issue, but I also
Whoa.
had another tab open. Oh yeah, there's gonna be weird effects.
No, I just zoomed in.
Yeah.
That's probably good. You can't see the Tails logo on my hoodie, but it doesn't matter. 18 points in intelligence. I'm making the anti of me.
Oh no, that's not true. I gotta disagree there.
What's the American Constitution doing on this menu?
Constituting your HP levels.
Dang, I should have left the face where it was. Whatever. My head's too big, it takes up too much of the screen now.
What's recommended? Just to see
pretty-
how that.
Pretty average.
Can I see what? Okay. I would say maybe. Let me think.
Isn't dexterity the one that doesn't matter that much?
Yeah, I would say put dexterity down a little bit, unless you really want to use like blasters a bunch.
Where's the Jedi stuff? This.
Not all the way.
This is. Or wait. Yeah, Constitution, some Jedi stuff.
Yeah. And then intelligence is like MP, and then
MP, like force,
charisma.
like force, amount of force power you can
Yeah,
use.
like yeah, yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma's, I believe, mostly for like talking to NPCs and
Oh,
getting
right.
things. Yeah.
I'll just leave that at 10, I guess. Does this all look fine? Maybe I could just leave it at this.
I would say. Wait, what ones go down to intelligence?
Oh wait, I have 7 remaining points. I shouldn't leave it at this.
Yeah. What's your intelligence?
14.
I would say maybe put that down to
Just like real life. How far?
10 maybe.
Dang. Still more than real life. I just have
Yeah.
11 points left.
Let's see here. Put let's see here. Actually, I think intelligence will probably not be as important as dexterity, if I'm being honest. Like, I might be wrong, but with, like... Hold on, let me think. Actually, no, 10 is perfect for intelligence. Yeah, I feel like that's a good balance of lower than the other ones, and then, yeah. How much do you care about, like, role-playing in terms of, like, persuading NPCs outside of battle?
Enough to like add 1 or 2 to charisma, I guess.
Like, you talk to... Yeah. If
Still
you
have
care about talking to NPCs, add 1. If you really care about it, add 2.
I added 2.
Um,
Put it to 12,
here.
I think. But I still have 6 points.
yeah. Let's see here. Add to wisdom.
How much?
1 or 2, depending on how force usery you're feeling. Wait, actually, just add 1, and then you can add to it later when you get closer to when you can use more force stuff. I'd say maybe wisdom at 13. Yeah. Strength, you're gonna want to put 1 more in. You're gonna want to have strength high early on, because that's going to be your main weapons probably early on, unless you use blasters. Like, early on, strength is good. How many do you have left? 4.
4.
You have 4 points. Maybe like another into dexterity. For some reason, I thought dexterity was just blasters, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it
so
says
it's a bit
blasters,
more important.
grenades.
Yeah. The character's defense rating is something I forgot about, and that's actually important. For some reason, I thought dexterity was just blasters, but that's clearly not the case. That's also like your dodge. So yeah, I would say actually, because I was wrong in miscalculating, dexterity is actually very good, because I got it mixed up with constitution, which is still a little bit good, but I would say put at least 1 more into dexterity.
So 14?
Yeah, because it's like also your evasion stat, which I like completely
Well,
forgot about.
that's the highest now, except strength.
Yeah, because I messed up there.
I still have
then
2
what
more.
else do we have? Can you go down to wisdom again? That wisdom's like the MP, right?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. . maybe I would say 1 to wisdom. Like, it's good to have some.
One more.
I'm trying.
Should I make
okay.
intelligence 11? Because it's like a lot lower than everything else right now.
I would say intelligence is gonna probably be your weakest stat, question mark. I'm not an expert on this game. I've only played through it for, like, the main story. But I haven't done like many replays or anything like that, so I'm not an expert on this game, but yeah, maybe 1 more.
And I'm out of points.
Yeah, good enough of a build for now. We probably overthought the starting stats more than we should.
There's more. Forgot
There
about
is
all
more.
the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
Well,
tell
that was
you.
the start of the D&D stuff, basically.
It doesn't even tell you what like DC stands for. DC 15 to set, DC 20 to set. They just expect you to know everything. They expect people playing this game to be a bunch of nerds. And I am,
I'm
but
trying to
I don't
remember.
understand what DC means.
I know I've heard the term somewhere, but I'm trying to remember what it stands for.
Maybe this is one of those games that's so old it expected you to read the instructions
Yeah.
manual.
No, I think it's more so like a D&D thing that's used, because there's like
I haven't heard.
also another thing that's used in D&D is like attack damage versus like effect damage or something like that, and one of those is like how much damage you do versus how likely it is to hit, and
Yeah,
it's like
but
weird.
I haven't heard the term DC used before in D&D.
I think DC might have to do with like the dice that's rolled.
Oh, the invisible dice.
Yeah, like, there basically is invisible dice being rolled with these, like a D20.
So I got 12 of these.
Oh, difficulty class. I found it. So it is basically the dice. Like, so you have an invisible D20, right? And then, like, if the game rolls you over, if you have a DC class of 10 and you roll a dice and it's over 10, then it hits. Wait, did you miss one, or was I not looking?
What do you mean, miss one?
Did you already do another category before this or not?
No, this is the next category.
Oh, okay. With these, I would say, let's see here. I think for you, you're just gonna want to put a bunch into Persuade, and then a couple into Repair and Treat Injury, and then the rest,
I can only put 2 into Persuade.
Oh, okay. Put 2 into Persuade. The thing, I might be wrong, but I believe on these stats, they only do anything if it has, like, a 2. Let me, and then you'll want some into Repair, but, like, I feel like you're not gonna do much with that once you get a party member with your Repair stats, so that's why it's important. But, like, otherwise, once you get the Repair, also, a lot of these can be, like, split between you and your other party members.
Let's have 6.
Treat Injury. Just put a bunch into... Wait, can you go down to Treat Injury and go through the text? Sorry, hold on real fast. Sorry, I'll have to look up one more thing real fast to make sure.
Too much reading. Thought this was a video game. Next thing you know, they're gonna make a whole genre off of reading things in games. I'm making a joke about visual novels.
I would say, how many remaining points?
5.
Put in one more into treat injury.
Now I got 4. That's how
Um,
math works.
How many can you put into repair?
4.
Put 2 more into. Wait, actually no. Um,
Don't I want like at least one
Put-
stealth?
You'll get party members that are better at that you can
Oh.
probably split between, because it only affects one. Wait, basically one party member having high stealth affects all your party members, if that makes sense. Or I believe that's how it works. It's kind of weird. Stealth also just doesn't work the way you would think it would work. Let's see here. Actually, you have 4 points remaining. I think what you can do is save your points until you're higher level.
Does it
Like if you just press OK, it will just, I believe it will save your skill points for your next level up,
really? I'll keep
which will make
the
it able
points?
to go higher in Persuade.
I don't know if it'll keep the points.
It will, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Is there a warning message?
You have
in
not
the
spent
one?
all your skill points. These will be saved, and you may spend them the next time you gain a level.
Yeah.
Alright then. This is the one where I just, Or wait. Yeah, I picked 2 lightsabers for this one.
Yeah. Do you want to play with 2 lightsabers or 1 lightsaber?
2.
Okay, then. Add feet.
Yeah. And that's all I can do, I guess.
Yeah, you only get 1 to start with, and that's a good one to have.
Vala Jazzer. Oh my gosh.
Wait, actually, go back. Go back. I just realized something.
Look at the random name it
Yeah,
picked.
yeah. Jazz.
I'm tempted to keep that. Except now
Uh,
it'll randomize a new one. Do it.
Let me. Oh, do you want me to type that out for you just so you don't lose it?
I remember it.
Okay.
Why'd you want me to go back?
Go back to feats. Because I was wrong. Yeah. Go to where you. Oh. See if you can click force healing instead. Because that will be helpful early on. Click remove feat.
I don't
Wait,
know which
do
one
you-
of these is forcing it.
Scroll back up. Scroll near the top. Is
None of these say forcing it.
heal? Wait, down. The one with the plus there. Empathy. What's? Can you click on empathy? The one above the 3 swords.
Oh.
Is that? Hold on. There's a bit of delay. Click on the one to the right of that,
Improved
like in the middle
empathy.
row.
Improved
Oh,
empathy.
that's not a heal. Okay, it doesn't look like you get access to heal until later on, so you're gonna want to go with you're gonna want to go on with double strike. Where
What's double strike?
or whatever the top two-handed fighting. Sorry.
Oh. Organa. Alicia Organa.
Gonna cover up your name there.
Polytana.
Nobody can see. 'Cause I
Another
posted.
another Organa. Hmm. What's a Star Wars sounding name?
Um. Jazz Binks.
No.
Bunlo.
What sounds Star Wars enough?
Do I need to make you watch the Ginny Nicholson video again?
No, I got that knowledge stored. I'm just not good enough at it. Bunlo, Bunshow, Bunyo, Bunflow. No. Jazra Bunslow. Sure. I don't know why that just sounds extremely Star Wars to me.
Jazra Bunslow.
It sounds just weird enough to be. I took it obviously from that other one.
Yeah. I'm going in. I forgot to go into mod view, but now we're in mod view. Now it's real gamer hours.
Maybe I should go into mod view. What does this do? Oh my gosh. That's too many panels. Holy moly. Welcome to mod view. Oh, there's too many. 1 of 11. Skip all. Well, maybe I want to know what this is about. Auto mod. Moderator actions. Active moderators. Channels you follow. Unban requests. Unstable. Keyframe interval too high, that's what ModView tells me. But I don't know what that means, so I've elected to ignore it.
I need probably a quieter mouse.
I guess I'll start then.
Yeah. So you'd never played KOTOR. You don't know what's coming.
Nope. That was underwhelming. The game's too quiet. I should have messed with audio settings.
I'm sure it's.
I was waiting for the really loud boom, but it was
Yeah.
so quiet. This reads like a fan fiction.
Oh, it's not actually showing up on the stream.
Oh no.
Because I'm pretty sure it opens all the cutscenes in a separate way. Well, the FMV cutscenes, which are kind of few and far between.
Shoot,
like,
but I'm sure they're used for like important parts.
Yeah,
Shoot.
but like, I'm pretty sure after the title crawl, nothing important happens for like another hour or two where it happens.
Yeah, but then what do I do?
Record the full screen. Did that not work?
I never tried that.
Uh,
But since the game's in windowed mode, that wouldn't work well.
you're right. I don't know. Maybe
Dang, I
maybe
didn't
the
even
movies aren't that important.
I
If
didn't
they're
even-
watching- if
read the
they're
title
watching-
crawl because I was
yeah.
too focused on trying to fix it.
Uh,
Shoot, I missed the important lore.
Oh no, I'll do it. I'm coming to the rescue. Let me look up the title crawl.
You guys are missing this awesome Star Wars movie.
Not only will they be able to hear the title crawl you missed, but also you will be able to hear it because you missed it yourself, being so distracted by the stream not working.
There's a ship crash. I'm just gonna have to detail what's happening.
4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy, crushing all resistance. Malak's war on conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable as countless knights fall in battle, and many more smear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the outer rim world of Terrace, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domain.
I'm gonna need a
You got
spark.
all that?
I'm gonna need a spark notes on that.
Okay, this takes place 4,000 years before Phantom Menace in the Legends continuity.
Yeah.
You have your bad guy. You have Dark Malak, right? He's the guy on the title screen. Spoilers.
Yeah.
He's the only remaining apprentice of this one guy called Dark Lord Revan, who is like his master. Who basically Malak's the last one standing from his entire group. Everyone else is just dead. They come into the Republic. They beat stuff up. They're gonna try to take over everything with like Sith. This is before the rule of two, basically. So
Yeah.
like, they have like a bunch of Sith.
For 4,000 years ago, everything looks kind of samey.
Yeah.
Um,
It has a unique look at some points, but also I do think it's a bit too similar to the movies themselves for 4,000 years. But what do I know? I'm not a. So it's an interesting thing how time advancements in Star Wars Legends works.
the
Because
Endar.
it feels like there's like a huge it feels like there's points where like stuff is developing really quickly and then it just stops for a long time and then it's kind of I don't know what to think about it though. It's definitely unique.
The Endar
because he really-
Spire is under attack.
Yeah, that's the ship you're on.
Have I got amnesia? Why do I not know the ship? I'm covering up the dialogue
Because
option,
you
but
are a silent protagonist who
can
is
speak.
being thrown into a cold open.
a silent protagonist who can speak, apparently. I have speech options.
Yeah.
Also,
they're your
the
options.
title crawl didn't explain why I'm in my underwear.
Because you haven't gotten any armor or anything yet. They
Ha-
needed a tutorial on how to put on clothes.
Yeah, Trask Olgo. That sounds like a Star Wars name. Forget it. I'm looking after my own skin. I don't know who that is. Oh, I have to ask. He's really patient with me not knowing anything about the ship that I'm on.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about this, this guy is the Star Wars equivalent of Toriel. Let that sink in, because I don't remember him ever showing up again. He even has like white hair, like a sergeant goat.
Oath or no oath, I'm under the escape pods. Okay. I can just give him. Okay.
Yeah.
You can move the mouse to the edge of the screen to rotate the camera. This is canon to Star Wars.
In Star Wars video games, I like to think the player as instead of playing as the character, you play as the Force going through the character, which is a neat thing that's definitely not canon.
Imagine a Star Wars movie where someone runs up to one of the main characters and starts to tell him all this. Hold down the left mouse button to rotate the camera, and Luke's like, "What are you talking about?"
You have to click on the Mos Pelego Cantina.
Wait, why can't I?
What's going on? Oh, if you just hover.
Wait, so A and D don't walk me left and right, they just rotate the camera.
No, that just turn. Yeah, it's like tank controls, I think. Is that tank controls?
He's just repeating his dialogue because
Yeah.
he realized I didn't know what I was doing. He's literally just repeating everything he just said because I'm so bad. I get it, dude. I didn't ask you to, or maybe I accidentally clicked on him? I don't know. This isn't closed, this is just weapons.
If you,
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
Do I click to get all of them? I
Scroll
guess?
down. Just there's a get items, but also you can. Yeah, there you go.
I got 50 experience points for that.
Yeah. Click on the top right corner. Yeah. One of those. There's a lot of options here. First of all, you have a save option. Yeah, you can save at basically any time that isn't during combat, and you have like a bunch of save files. Oh, is it really quiet? Or?
Yeah. I already forget my character name. That was probably it. Short sword, where's my double lightsabers?
You have to wait a while. Go to the left, top left.
Clothing.
Yeah.
It's just called wait. Why can't
If
I
you look
equip?
on the
Oh, here we go.
if you look on the left, you have
Wait,
to
I
do
can
the
have a
hands.
sword and a pistol? No, I can't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Cardio package? This implant micromanages the cardiovascular system? Sounds dangerous. I'm just equipping everything I have. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you do. It's not like you have better equipment to choose between. But like, aside from like if you want a gun versus a sword, which like this early on, it's just whatever you feel like.
Whoa, it's just a metal sword.
Yeah, it's a vibroblade.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Just looks like metal.
that's basically what a vibroblade is.
Oh.
It's like a metal sword that I think shakes fast or something.
Trask
I
has
don't
joined your
remember
party.
the technical definition, but yeah.
Is this the PHS?
Yeah. It pretty much is from Final Fantasy VII.
Spoilers, I see a droid here.
They're not subtle with who a lot of
Because
these
the attack,
outlines
this
are.
room is in lockdown, but don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
You see anyone else you might recognize there? Oh wait, never mind. My stream's a bit off in terms of
You
time.
always control the leader of the party. You can
I
switch
saw
who
what
is the
looked like a
party leader
Twi'lek and
by
a Wookiee,
left-clicking on
but
that portion
I
in
wasn't
the
paying
lower
attention to the
left
ones.
corner of the screen.
That's the weirdest pronunciation I've ever heard of that word.
Twi'lek?
Like I know there's a lot of
That's how
debates
I've always
over if
pronounced it.
over if it's Twi'lek or
Left-click my
Twi'lek,
portrait
but
now to switch me
Twi'lek
to the
is
party
like
leader, then use me to open the
I
door.
don't think I've heard that
Left-click
one
to target the
unless it was
door,
from you
then
before.
left-click it again with
I think that's how I've always pronounced it. I'm not sure.
I've always been in Camp Twi'lek.
It's kind of weird. So yeah, left and right just moves the camera. That's
I remember there was like
Confusing,
an
kinda.
interview.
that's
There
a
was
learning
an
curve.
interview with there's an interview with the author Claudia Gray, who she's done
always
a
control
lot
the
of the
leader
newer
the
Star
party.
Wars books.
You can switch who is
She
the
did
party-
Lost
left-
Stars, which is like my favorite Star Wars thing. Bloodline, which is also great. The upcoming Into Darkness, which is hype. All sorts of books. And
Is it?
she did an interview because one of the important characters in Bloodline is like Leia's one of her political rivals, which is spelt weird. Which I will put it into chat.
Is it is it supposed to move like this?
What do you mean?
Where you can't move left and right, you can only look left and right?
Yeah.
Huh. That's gonna
It's
Take-
tank controls.
yeah, I don't remember what that is.
It's like on the PS1 with
Now
like
that the
Resident
door's open,
Evil
you
and
better
Tomb
take the lead
Raider
again.
or like those early.
Oh, I haven't
3D
played those.
games. Oh, okay.
I'm not used to this.
It takes a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, it's not like you only move forward like a tank, and you have to like move your whole body left or right. Although you
Wait,
can
C and
sort of guide.
Oh, no, there are left and right. It's just Z and C.
Well, it's more diagonal, right?
No,
Or am I misremembering?
no,
Is it-
it's left and right.
Over on our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend
So
Bastila.
wait, did I?
Oops, I
Press
skipped.
enter.
I skipped this dialogue. Oh wait, it's up here. It's a map of the Ender Spire and a copy of
Um,
Christ's message election. I just How do I use my journal?
You can access your journal, map, and
Read
other important
this
menus
name.
by clicking on the menu icons in the upper right corner of the screen. You can use the mouse to switch between the menus listed on the tabs at the top of the screen.
Active quests. Hold up. Yeah, I will keep. I'll rebind them.
Read this name.
Casterfo.
Okay, so I don't remember which was which, but like there's this huge debate on this like major character in Bloodline. If like his name is pronounced Casterfo or Casterfo.
Yeah, that works a lot better.
And the funny thing is that
I wasn't thinking to rebind them.
I
Casterfo.
believe that Claudia Gray, the author, pronounces it Casterfo, and the audiobook person who read the audiobook pronounced it Casterfo.
Huh.
And she talked about how it was interesting, how like
That door is locked.
Star Wars pronunciations just there are so many different ways, and like she actually made a great point that I don't know if this is canon or not, but Star Wars just doesn't care about how like vowels are pronounced. Like the example she used is like Han versus Han, which is used like both are used a lot in the movies at several points. Or like
This seems important.
oh
That's the
But-
the combat.
yeah, we were I forgot how I got on this subject a while ago. We were talking about Star Wars pronunciation. Twi'lek versus Twi'lek versus
Twi'lek.
Twi'lek, yeah. Alright, so Do you want me to simplify this?
Yeah. I like
Okay.
simple.
So press OK. To unpause it, just press the space button, and then you can basically pause any time in the middle of the fight if you want to catch a break to think. So
Left-clicking the mouse activates the selected combat feat. A character's available combat feats.
So earlier you gotta pick out your feats and stuff, and you chose like the dual wielding feat. but,
Yeah.
like, there's different attack. Press pause real fast. Just you only press it once,
Yeah.
and then just stay.
There's
paused.
delay. It's been paused since you told me
Um,
that.
Oh, sorry. Do you see the arrows in front of the 3 swords?
The up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're early leveled, that one will do more damage when it hits, but the issue is, you're at a low enough level to where it's not as likely to hit, so it's safer to just do a normal attack for now, which is more likely to hit but do less damage, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just do like the normal attack, and then once your stats go up, then you'll be able to start getting into the other stuff more efficiently.
So much reading. So then I click the person to attack.
Yeah.
Only left-click the targeted enemy once.
And
Jeez,
then
you don't have to
on
yell
the-
at me, game. It's in all caps.
Yeah.
It's like it's scolding me. You automatically
And
attack
then,
your target each round.
You click the picture of the attack you want to do to just keep your queue full of doing attacks, basically. Because each time is basically a turn. Like, it feels like it's real time, but it's, like, not super real time, if that makes sense.
I missed. So I just keep clicking. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Last battle with the Sith.
Because you have, like, the next 3 turns.
Wait,
you
those
can
were
do at the
Sith?
bottom.
Be a good idea to use
Yeah.
one now before
The
our
Sith
next
are
battle.
attacking the ship.
They didn't even have the red lightsabers. How am I supposed to know they're Sith?
To use an item like a med pack or another
Early
self-charging
Legend Sith
item of
are
power, you'll need to know how to
kind of
use your
weird.
action
But
menu.
this isn't like super early Legends where they're like a separate species that like that's a whole deal I'm not gonna get
On
into.
the lower right of the screen, you'll see a list of icons. This is your action menu. You can select items from this menu by using the mouse. Left-click
But,
the icon you want to use to activate that power or
Basically,
item.
at the bottom during the combat you saw there, you have the next like 3 or 4 turns that you can do, and if you the one in the middle, the big red circle, if you press that, it undoes an attack you haven't already committed to yet. So you can also, if you just keep pressing it, you don't have to commit to anything as long as you deconfirm with the button before it starts the animation.
The third icon is for miscellaneous items, such as stimulants and energy shields. The fourth icon is for mines, and only appears if you have a mine in your inventory and have the demolition skill.
TLDR, items and helpful force energy, like heals, are at the
First,
bottom right.
Left-click on their portrait to take control of the injured character. Use the mouse to look through the medical items in the action menu until
Med
you see
packs are
med
basically
pack in
just
the information
potions.
box.
But Star
Notice
Warsy.
the up and down arrows on this icon. This means you have more than one. Use the mouse wheel to scroll up or down to switch between your med pack. and
This
your
whole ship's
advanced med
exploding and he's talking about
Left-click
mouse
the
wheels.
Just remember that you have to actually be hurt for a med pack to.
The whole ship's going down. He's like, use your mouse wheel to scroll. We don't have time for this, Trask. This is where I came from. Beep 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 boop. Oh no, this droid's not alive anymore. War is awful.
War never changes. I would,
I missed.
yeah, the one on the right is never mind. I guess you're behind, so like by the time I make recommendations, you're probably already doing the thing I already was about to say.
What the heck, Trask? He just killed both of them when I was mid-combat.
I
Let
think
me
you
do
still get the
something.
experience. Yeah. Oh, if you hover over their body, I believe you can loot dead bodies. I don't know if they drop anything though.
Do I have like a limited inventory? Should I just take everything?
Yeah, take everything. I think it doesn't give you the option to just take one thing. I think you have to take everything.
It doesn't seem like I
Can-
can do
can-
anything with their bodies.
Okay, sometimes you can hover over like enemies' bodies to grab like extra stuff from them. Go to your. Do you want to be cool now, or do you want to sure you make hits connect?
I guess I'll wait for that because I haven't been making many hits connect in the first place
Yeah.
already.
Like your
This is I
hits
keep
will
missing.
do like twice the damage, I believe.
Oh, what? Can I
if
equip
they
2
do
swords
hit.
now?
Yeah, you can. You got a short sword from the box.
So what are these? Dang, I'm confused. These guys look like rebels, but it's 4,000 years before.
Yeah, they're
Even-
Republic soldiers.
But they're not called rebels.
No, they're not rebels.
I guess they're
the
not
main
rebelling
power
against
structure.
anything.
Yeah. Technically, the Malik Sith troopers are the rebels here.
True. What's the difference between a long sword and a short sword?
A short sword is really only good as like a secondary weapon.
Well, if I'm dual
Because
wielding,
it's
then
more
I
like
should
you-
have that, right?
Yeah. You can dual wield with a long sword, but it will make it way less likely to connect.
Nice.
Um,
I got 2 swords.
Yeah. It's hard to. It seems like you won't connect as much now, anyways, but also a trade-off for looking cool while missing. So, you know, you can always unequip it if you just.
Dang, they're going down in like 1 hit. I guess it's because I'm
Yeah.
in the tutorial section.
That, and you're also dual wielding in a tutorial section, which probably wasn't designed for
Oh,
it.
never mind. They're actually trying now. Trask just
Dang.
kills all of them before I can do anything. Please move out of the way, Trask. There's
Oh,
too many
the remain-
hallways.
That you could take from that one body. You saw the.
Oh yeah. Med pack. Sure, free potions.
Early on, potions are actually good because you don't get heals for a while, and
Oh my gosh, he's dead. Just watched the droid die before my very eyes. Why am I'm guessing I'm wounded because I'm running like I'm not well.
yeah.
Oh,
your
there's my
HP is
health.
low.
Yeah. Is there a way to sprint or?
Dark Jedi! This fight is too much for us.
Dark
We better stay
Jedi?
back. All we do is get in the way.
Yeah, that's like dark side users who aren't Sith are called in Legends are Dark Jedi.
So the Sith have blasters, and the ones that look like Sith are called Dark Jedi.
I think the Dark Jedi are like a specific branch of the Sith that use the Force. Because like the Sith soldiers, I don't believe most of them can use the Force, but they're still working for the Sith. It's like how the Jedi Orders and the prequels probably, like, I believe they had like non-Force sensitive like janitors and stuff. I'm not sure if janitor's like a specific job, but that seems like a practical one they might have. But they did like offer like if you wanted to be like in the Jedi Order but couldn't use like the Force, they still had jobs for like non-Force sensitives who still wanted to help out with their stuff.
Once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic.
Oh, I'm guessing the grenades can hurt myself because I threw a grenade and now
Yeah.
I'm not.
It can hurt you and party members, so you have to be careful with those.
Wait,
also,
what's
they're
the-
limited supply, so
Is the journal important or is it just like
the
it just tells you the quests? I guess it keeps talking about a
yeah.
journal.
it's just in this. You see it. That's what the journal is. It just gives you notes and stuff.
There's a lot of explosions.
You get a lot of them.
How do I fly this thing? Why is the planet spinning? Oh wait, we're spinning. Oh no.
That tends to happen when you're on a crashing ship being invaded by the Sith.
I must
Back
level
when
up
they-
before I pass through
Back in
this
a
door.
back in a time when there were
Click
more
on the
than 2 of
character
them.
record menu icon in the upper right corner of the screen.
So do I not auto level up? I regular level up? Or what?
Regular level up, yeah. And then it'll only give you a few of the options at the start.
Oh my goodness. Not this again.
Alright, skills. Can you put no more into persuade? I would just say save him again.
Dang. What about feats?
Can you learn the second one for 2 weapon fighting?
No.
I would say, can you scroll down?
How far?
I'm a little bit behind. Do you see one with like swords in a circle?
What would it be called?
Critical, I think. Yeah, critical strike. Oh, it's up. Sorry, I got the icon confused. I thought that was the sniper one, but if you scroll all the way up, it's up there.
Oh, yeah. Should I add that one?
What's the name of it called?
Critical strike.
What's the one with the 3 swords?
Flurry. Like a McFlurry. Why is stealth in the automatic tags for when you play this game on Twitch? Is this a stealth game? I don't really see the benefit of mod view. I'm gonna exit this. So I add critical strike.
Hold on. Let me look up something real fast.
That's cheating. Back in the day, internet didn't exist.
This was in.
I know.
3.
I'm joking.
Although I'm not using GameFAQs, so it is cheating.
Well, it looks like I'm playing in full screen on the stream, but it's a tiny window. This feat doubles the critical threat range of melee attacks. If the attack hits, the target's also stunned for 6 seconds. Unless they make a fortitude save at a DC of the attacking character's level. This is a different language.
Yeah.
I don't speak Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, you see, there's a dragon that's in the dungeon. It
This
needs
game's
speed of
for
feet.
nerds. Nerds who want to read. Go read a book instead.
Yeah, go read, was this... I think this was well before the Bane trilogy, never mind.
This was well before books existed, so...
Flurry. Flurry. I'm gonna say Flurry.
I already have Flurry, that's what I started with.
The second level of Flurry.
I need to be level 4 for that.
Oh.
Just like the improved 2-weapon fighting.
What does recommended give you?
Critical strike.
Cancel.
I can't.
Click on critical strike, then press remove feat.
Now cancel.
Yeah.
So don't use this.
Well, press OK instead of cancel, never mind.
Okay.
And then just save that until you get...
Oh
to
no,
the next
you can't save these.
Yeah, wait, you can't?
You've
Oh,
gained new feats. You must use add feat to select your new feats before continuing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should just be able to roll the d20 and Darth Malik just dies. That's That's the antagonist, right?
That doesn't. Yeah, that's the antagonist.
You just die in one roll. D20 roll credits. So,
Um,
don't use critical strike. It's kind of forcing me to pick one.
hold on real fast. Sorry.
It does also recommend that one.
Recommended is lame.
It's the first thing you told me to click on too, though. So you recommended it, and the game recommended it.
Yeah, I got it mixed up.
Oh,
I guess you can use it. Probably good to figure out both.
I have to
I
click
guess,
something. It's forcing me to.
Wait, hold on. Let me read critical strike.
Wait, maybe I can
last.
click cancel. Maybe that'll. Oh no, I don't want to waste a remaining feat if it's gonna like delete it.
Um,
This feat doubles the critical threat range of melee attacks.
actually, that might be good. I'm not entirely sure yet. Yeah, add it.
Oh yeah, I was on a ship and stuff.
Yeah. I guess it's good to have options. I'm not an expert at this game, so I could have made the wrong call in being hesitant of even adding that.
Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Whoa, since when did he get a sword? No, Trask, don't do it. It's like that scene in The Phantom Menace. Except I can't see what's
Oh,
going
I was
on because he
thinking of the
locked the door off.
I was thinking of the scene from Jedi Fallen Order where, like, I won't go into detail, but real sad, traumatizing kid to give him PTSD hours. If you played Fallen Order, you'll know the scene I'm talking about.
This is Cartho Nassian, your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Basila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape
If I'm the last surviving member, does that mean Trask died? That's kind of an unceremonious death. Yeah, I kind of want to just do whatever for my character, but I'm also scared of messing something up. Seems like a game where you can mess something up and then not go back on it. Wow, you're a bad shot. Oh, he's got a sword.
I'm gonna look into what the internet's saying about critical strike versus flurry for two-handed.
I already picked it, it's too late.
Oh, you have level 1 for both, so...
Oh. So wait, what happens if I use flurry? What does flurry look like? It kind of looks the same. But I'm sure it's doing different things. Critical strike.
Okay, I found something that made it... oh, that's in KOTOR 2, never mind.
I'm using critical... Oh, it worked.
troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to
Wait,
their numbers.
I think this applies for both?
Reprogram the
I'm
damaged assault
confused.
droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against
Flurry
the
is +1 attack per round. Critical strike has less defense but more. It lowers your defense but raises your attack is what I'm seeing.
Oh, wait. Oh, right, he's telling me to repair the droid. They're disabled or damaged and can be repaired by the player. Fixing a droid in this manner requires repair parts. Oh. How many repair parts do I have? Is it down here? Is this how many repair parts I have? Or is it just not tell me?
Yeah, it's the bottom one.
Oh,
where
well
it
then
says repair
I can't
parts.
do any of this. Dang, you're looking pretty cool. Why didn't they have stuff like you in the 4,000 years from now? Wait, was I supposed to do one of these and not both? He kind of made it sound like I had a either or. option. It's locked. I guess I'm supposed to do bolt. Slice into computers. Just slice it with my sword like Kylo Ren when he gets angry. I just get like a picture of them. I can just look at them. They're just kind of standing there and just waiting around.
Alright, so it looks like Flurry is more consistent, but Critical Strike lowers your defense to do more attacks, so it might be
Oh.
good to have both in certain situations.
I wasn't expecting that to happen. I murdered all of them.
Not just the men, but also the men and the men.
I'm assuming they're all men.
They're definitely all Sith.
Yeah.
Was that pun clear?
Oh. Wait, what did I just get remains from? It looked like a wire and then it disappeared. Maybe I don't want to.
Maybe it was a droid,
You've
like a
made it
weird
just in
droid
time.
arm or
There's
something.
only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Looting
Who
dead
are
bodies
you?
is a fun and light side thing to do.
So wait, did the did I feel really bad. I already forgot his name.
Tutorial guy?
Frask. What's his name? Did he die?
All I'm gonna say is there's a reason I don't remember his name and I'm just calling him the tutorial
Oh
guy.
no. I forgot his name already. This is a horrible way to
I'll
honor
be
him.
honest. I don't even remember if he's dead or not, but I'm pretty sure he is.
We're the last two crew members left in the Endar Spire.
Dang, it didn't even show it.
Pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get
That's
shot.
awful. He sacrificed himself. I don't even remember his name.
Later.
I feel horrible. Oh well, I'm leaving with Karth. He's my new best friend.
Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on, there'll be time for questions later.
Sorry.
There's a people some
other
people
man.
like and other people really hate, just for finding him annoying.
Wait, there's only one escape pod? Am I supposed to get in it with him, or am I leaving him? Is he sacrificing himself too?
Pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get
No?
shot by the Sith. Now, come on.
He said us. I guess he's coming with me.
Yeah.
The game closed itself when I entered the escape pod. Or wait, no, it just minimized because it's playing another fancy FMV.
Oh yeah. When the
Well, shoot.
movies happen, it opens a separate window to load in for some reason.
How many of these movies are there? I feel bad that
Not many.
that
There's not
the
many.
screen's blank.
It's basically like after this one, another one doesn't come up for until like at least 4 hours in, I want to say.
Yeah, but there's probably some important stuff that happens in them.
Yeah.
Well, I got a yellow lightsaber. Or is that not me? For some reason, I assumed this was a flashback.
Oh, no, that's Bastila,
Oh, okay.
the Jedi they were talking about.
I don't know
on the
why I
ship.
thought that was a flashback.
I don't know if I explained it or not. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, it would have been explained, I believe. But
Yeah,
basically,
Bastila.
is this Jedi who's like super important in lore because in lore she has like this crazy powerful it's like a force ability called what's it called? It basically makes every teammate around her like way stronger. So she's like at this point one of the most like powerful Jedi, and that's why the Sith are like really after her. Battle stance or something, I don't remember. But yeah, she has like a yellow dual-bladed, double-sided lightsaber. She also has a bit of a British accent, which makes one of several comparisons that she has towards Rey. Is that she uses a staff yellow lightsaber and has a British accent.
Law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine.
A planet-wide quarantine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no
This
way
planet
the
is
Republic will be able to
Terrace,
anyone
which
from
is
Sith
briefly
Lines
mentioned in
We're
Solo,
gonna find Bastila
and
get off
also
this
is
planet.
the
Can't
titular
rely on
planet
anybody
behind
themselves.
the hit fighting game Masters of Terrace Kasi.
That's
Do you know about Masters of Terrace Kasi?
Bastila's
Oh, I know about
Kasai.
this.
was with
I know about the Star Wars fighting game. I thought it was named something different though.
The one on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Masters of Terrace Kasi.
Maybe
Kasai.
just
I forgot how
maybe
it's pronounced.
maybe it just looks different right now.
Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace.
But like,
For the sake of the
I believe that's where the planet came from. I could be wrong.
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
Let's see here. What do Theon and I have to say about Terrace?
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity.
Huh, that
And I
sounds
figure
like
if we don't do anything
foreshadowing.
Stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Definitely not
hear.
foreshadowing.
Uh,
I already know
the
some
first
some
time
spoilers.
that
Can
the-
you really
the
not
first-
jump?
no.
Darn.
The
I like
first
jumping
time
around.
Terrace was mentioned in the new canon was in the Tarkin novel. The first time it appeared, wait, no, this is weird. Okay, it's saying in Legends it was created and appeared in Knights of the Old Republic, but Masters of Terrace Kasai was definitely before this, so I don't know what's up with this.
Since this is the first time you are leaving, you have to take Karth. It makes it sound like it's something I don't want to do.
I mean, a lot of people don't want to take Karth.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
It's a raid. Is that what they do in raids?
That's how we sit deal with
Oh wait, I was
smart
wrong.
mouth
Terrace and Terros have
Now the
nothing to
rest
do
of
with
you
each
get
other
up
despite
against
being
the wall
spelled
before I
very
lose my
similar.
temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens.
Terrace
I'm a
Kasi is
fugitive.
just the fighting style. I thought it came from like Terrace the planet, but they're spelled differently. I am a fool.
What if I throw a grenade at him?
My trivia was proven wrong.
Grenade time. I feel like that was supposed to be a lot more difficult, but I blew them all to smithereens.
Probably.
That was
But
anticlimactic.
you only get like a limited amount of like grenades and stuff, and they're pricey.
Oh.
Here's how Terrace the planet is spelled versus Terrace Kasai, which is just a fighting style apparently.
A real fighting style or a fictional Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
fighting style?
Yeah, like Terrace Kasi is like Masters of Terrace Kasi is referring to the Master of Terrace Kasi, which is like the OC they added in that game who like punches people.
Is that guy supposed to be like a boss battle? I don't know, he blew up. I really hope that was a joke. Okay, it is. It's just a pair of legs. Good. I'm glad it's a robot. Okay, you take care of the bodies.
So yeah, Terrace Kasi is just like a martial art basically in Star Wars that is then later referenced in it was mentioned in Solo, the movie, but like I always thought that the term like Terrace like referred to like being invented on this planet, but apparently now I'm realizing they have nothing to do with each other. I have made myself.
I know all about energy
Uh,
shields.
I know all about Star Wars, which is why I get everything right, including this example, which I still don't know how I got that wrong for so long. They're not even spelled the same way. I will stop on this subject now.
This guy's the same species as Bib Fortuna on Jabba's palace.
I mean,
I don't remember the name of the species.
you do. You definitely do.
No, I don't remember.
You do.
As in, like, off the top of my head, if I remembered,
Yes.
I would say right now.
You do. You do remember.
Then I would say, but I'm not
Well-
saying, so I don't.
Okay, imagine if he was blue.
I feel like I should know a blue one of those. But for some
You
reason, I
should.
only remember Bib Fortuna, which is the one that shows up for like a few minutes in
Um,
episode 6. I heard he's in The Mandalorian, though.
He also has, he's the same species as species you have mentioned several times in this live stream off the top of your head.
No. Is that what the male...
Yes.
That's what the male Twi'leks look like?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm sure. That's what Hera's dad looks like in Rebels, basically.
I didn't think Bib...
Or like if
I didn't know...
if you watch like the Ryloth episodes of Clone Wars, that's what. Yeah,
I did not know
he-
Bib
he's a-
Fortuna was a Twi'lek.
yeah.
Huh.
He's the Twilight Sparkle.
Also, I'm extremely bad at, like, listening and reading at the same time. I can't do it. I can't process that much information.
Not even speaking common though.
No, that's what I mean.
Wait, is he? Oh, okay.
No. He's speaking alien. But I can't read this and also tell what you're saying.
Time for.
Can you, ban MJ1325318AJ8? Yeah.
I did it before you could finish the name.
I can still see it, though.
Yeah.
Or the name. MJ132553188J81.
Want to become famous? Want to buy followers, Prime,
Yes,
and viewers?
I do. But no, what I meant was I didn't get a word of what he just said because I can't read and listen at the same time. I can
Am I getting paid for this?
I can either only listen to what you're saying or only read what they're saying. I can't do both.
Oh.
My brain's too small
Okay.
for that.
Um,
That's why I just missed every piece of dialogue he just said. I'm sure it was
I-
about
I
energy
wanna-
shields or something. I've heard enough about these shields, I'll tell him.
how much do I have to pay you to buy your follow on this website?
I already follow you on this website.
Oh. I think you get at least one head pat for that. I will let you read.
I feel like he's not saying important things anyway. Where's my money? Oh, I have a shockingly small amount of money. I
Oh,
didn't need to
yeah,
hear any of what you said. I'm not buying anything from you. Ooh, a cute droid.
I heard someone describe early on in this game, it's not that stuff is expensive,
Beep,
you're
beep,
just
beep, boop.
really broke. Like, canonically.
Yeah. Whoa! I made the droid teleport. That was weird. I can attack the door.
Yeah. To break into people's rooms.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Whoa,
But you
dude.
could get items
Dang.
if no one's home.
Just straight up told me he didn't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you either.
I'm gonna teach you a neat trick. First of all, leave a save.
Yeah, I was about to say I need to save
Yeah.
in case it crashes or something. I can imagine this crashes fairly often, but I don't know. Should I overwrite the other one, or I don't know?
I guess you can.
I named it incorrectly anyway. I didn't have the S in Bunslow.
A lot of people, even myself without knowing people did this build, a lot of people just like to use a number.
This is just
But,
Coruscant.
Alright, now press F4.
Is that like a quick save? What did that do?
Yeah, it's a quick save.
What does that look like in the...
Walk forward.
Oh, it just says quick
It
save.
looks normally, yeah. Walk forward.
I'm...
Sorry, you're a bit behind. So I
Yeah,
can't
I've
see
walked
everything yet.
I've walked forward.
Yeah.
I'm
Press
spinning.
F5.
Is it a save state?
Press F5.
Yeah, it's a save state.
Yeah.
Also, does
So
this...
like, there's this glitch in this game where you'll like start walking frozen in place,
Oh.
and the quickest
Stay
way
out
to
of the
fix
lower
that is
cities.
just F4,
That place
F5.
is overrun with gangs. Ever since the Sith quarantine, Javiar's cantina is packed with off-worlders. It never used to be that busy.
Does this place have any relation at all to Coruscant, or is it just like
No.
the same aesthetics?
It's a similar aesthetic, but I wouldn't say it's the same.
Stroy just kind of spinning around doing nothing. Oh wait, they're salvaging this escape pod. I see, this is where I crashed, probably. Maybe.
Yes, what's on your mind? Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen one of the show wars.
The Mandalorian Wars. Ain't that new show on Disney Minus?
Not even the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the
My
Mandalorian
homeworld
arc,
was one of the
my
first planets to fall to Mount.
favorite Clone
Sith
Wars arc.
bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could stop.
Well, I guess it depends on which one. They show up a bunch in that show, but like, you know.
I'm just a soldier.
Controversial, but I think
most
it's
elements.
an alright
Follow
arc.
my orders and I do my duty.
I
It's just-
understand the issues people have with it, but also I feel like a lot of that was fixed
I did.
by retcons in The Mandalorian.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense. You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking to people and asking questions. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
What's the L with the arrow above it mean?
The L with the arrow?
On my portrait, you probably can't see it very well because my head's kind of in front of it.
Oh, I think that just means what character you're controlling.
No,
I
because
forgot
when I switched to Karth, it's... Oh, maybe it just means leader? Because it's only on my portrait.
I'm not sure.
Out of our way, citizen. We're on official Sith business. Just stand aside if you know what's good for you. Out of our way, citizen. We're on official
Oops.
Sith business. Stand aside.
He's talking to me, but as he's walking away.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter.
Gavik says you missed your last payment.
Here, I've got 50 credits. A down payment. That should buy me some time, right? But I don't have
Oops.
that much. How can I give you credits I don't have? No. Help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but we can just let them drag this guy off.
Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
The whole city's a witness. What do you... Sorry, I'll be going now. Just let them take this old guy.
Yeah.
Well, he is old. I don't want to waste another grenade. Light side points gained, okay?
I feel like with these ones you can just do normal attacks.
Oh, card.
I think you're
Okay,
overestimating
that was
how hard
fast.
a lot of these will be.
Take me away and kill me. My life warned me not to take a
You didn't need a grenade for that.
Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending.
And over all your credits if you want to live. It's awful.
This game does have like a light side and a dark side.
Yeah.
So
Unless you have a spare 100 credits to give me so I can pay off Davik.
it's not too late to be
Nothing else you can
evil.
do. I'm getting out of here before any more of Davik's goons show up. You should do the same.
Bullied merchant. That's a weird name for a person. Where am I going again?
Finding. I think you're just sort of finding out where to go.
That you were an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome here. I'll not have it said that
Just sort of walk
self-employed
around,
refuse to help somebody just because they're
learn
going to
about
citizen terror.
Terrace.
Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
The rat ghoul disease.
The terrible affliction has plagued Terrace for many generations.
Just when we thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, 2021 comes around.
With the rat ghoul disease.
The undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
This sounds like a planet I don't want to be on anymore. I don't want to be a rat ghoul and eat people.
There is no antidote for the disease.
You don't want to be a
though I heard
monster
the Republic
zombie?
scientists at the military base
Not
near
if it
Terrace were
requires
supposed to
eating
perfect
other
the cure.
people.
Then the
But
Sith
it's so much
arrived.
cooler than
They
being a
overran the
normal
military base,
zombie.
and now they refuse to allow anyone
Maybe.
access
I haven't seen what they
from
look like.
inside.
I have to judge their appearance first.
Into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Terrace forever. I don't see how that's going to happen.
Something
Dang.
about it definitely reminds
how
me
anyone
of
can get their
Final
hands on that
Fantasy
serum.
13,
Military bases crawling with Sith
where if you
guards.
don't
Breaking it.
complete your
Suppose
focus
the Sith
and
patrols
become
in
a
the
crystal,
Undercity
then you
might
just
have a
turn into
sample of the serum
monster.
on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a
Am I
report
saying
out
the
patrol
rat
would
ghouls
just
all
hand
failed
the
their
serum over,
focus?
and
Maybe.
nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the
Am
Sith
I saying
patrols,
that
even in the
if
Undercity.
Sora doesn't defeat
Please don't say that. If the Sith
Yozora,
hear you, they might
he
think I'm
becomes a rat
suggesting you
ghoul?
start attacking their patrol. I
If
only
Yozora
mention the
didn't beat
serum
him up,
because you
maybe?
asked. I don't actually expect anyone to get
Who
this.
knows?
Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I could use some healing. What is this, Overwatch?
Goodbye.
I don't have money
Good
for
luck to
anything,
you.
sorry.
If you ever need any medical aid or treatment, you know where to find.
Sorry, I was having to read things. Wait, no, I don't want to break the door.
Imagine having money to spend on goods and services.
Beep, boop, beep. Such wise words, Linky Medical Droid.
You there. Wait a minute.
Tear jerking.
I need to talk to you about the rat ghoul serum.
Such
Zelka
poetry.
isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the rat ghoul.
This guy doesn't sound very trustworthy.
Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what
I literally just killed 2 people that were sent from Davik Kang, and this guy wants me to help him.
Helping people is all well and good, but you have to help yourself first, right? I'm telling you.
I don't trust anyone who starts their sentence with, helping other people is all well and good, but...
Fair enough.
Lower City bounty officer.
helping other people is great and all, but, on the other hand...
Have you considered not?
How long are their bodies gonna be here? I didn't loot them though, so... Maybe that's why I'm... Wait, I'm supposed to go to the Undercity or the up... Oh, there's too much. I don't know where I'm
I mean,
going.
it's a whole planet to explore, and by whole planet, I mean just like a general town.
Yeah, I don't think I can go to this whole planet. Do you know if, like, you know how similar Old Republic is?
What do you mean?
Or, I mean, like, the MMO.
The
isn't
MMO?
Isn't the MMO just called Old Republic?
Yeah,
No Knights of...
no knights, only Old Republic.
Because, like, this would be even better if I could actually customize my character. Aesthetically, I mean, obviously there's a lot of stats and stuff, but they give you, like, 10 faces.
This is a hot take, and a lot of it just has to deal with how I
Can I
personally like most of my video games.
can I
but
predict
do
your hot
think I
take?
would- Okay, predict it.
You don't care as much about character customization as you do like how the character is. I don't
Sort
know.
of. I just gonna play- Oh, you missed a crate with goods in that last room. Like the left. There's
Oh,
like a box.
Foot Locker.
Yeah. My take was gonna be specifically that this game would be better if the main character had more of a personality
Oh.
instead of being a blank slate.
Just move along. There's nothing to see here. Where did
Do you know if it's the same in the sequel?
Did you sell them
Um,
to the Teresian
most of these characters aren't in the sequel, I believe.
But I mean, like,
Oh yeah, it's the same.
your main character. Oh.
Yeah. I don't think the Exile talks much. But I haven't played enough of the second game. I am a fake fan who hasn't finished KOTOR 2.
I'm a fake fan who hasn't finished KOTOR 1.
We've got your ugly mug on a security tape from the base. Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last interrogation.
Can I intervene?
Who said that? What's going on out there? What was that? Did I hear you right? Let us kill him? How can you stop us? Time to teach this civilian the penalty for defying the Sith.
This whole game feels like intervening with horrible situations. Oh wait, I wasn't paying attention to my health. Heck. Oh, I'll just be revived at the end of battle? That's not so bad. I look drunk. I'm assuming it's because I'm low on health. Should I ask for a reward? Nah. Run, alien prisoner. Oops. Oh, there's a first-person mode?
Yeah, it's just I believe caps lock.
Yeah. Now my caps lock is stuck on. There we go. Any foot lockers in here?
I knew the main character of the second game was referred
Food.
to the Exiled, which like because these games don't have like names and stuff. So I looked it up, and the main character of Knights of the Old Republic 1 is called the Prodigal Knight. I think I might have pronounced that wrong. I know the word, I just don't know how to say it, I can hear it in my brain, but I can't pronounce it properly. Unless I did, then never mind. That's your title, the Prodigal Knight. Prodigal? Shoot. you know, like a prodigy.
Yeah, prodigal.
Prodigal.
Drunk man.
What is this planet coming to, huh? Slummy's just walking.
Shouldn't you go to Laura says you belong, Slummy? This is rich. Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens.
Let me buy you a drink. They're already wasted.
And then, of course, the true name of the now cancelled Knights of the Old Republic 3, the player character's true name.
The exhaled.
That's from KOTOR 2.
Oh. The human. That's just Undertale.
Yeah, that is. That's the joke.
Oh.
If this crazy street creature keeps on about war and days of reckoning, the Sith just might lock him away.
The evil walks among us. The enemy is here. We must act now before we are overrun with the vermin invaders.
You sound like the Clone Wars announcer.
The plagues.
I think he might be, actually.
By while this pox infects our society.
I've got a ton of things to do today. I can't talk to you.
What's another example like that, where like a game character doesn't have like a real name, but they have a title that they're just called by?
Pretty much every Elder Scrolls game ever.
Okay, I haven't played much.
Your armor's too shiny.
I mean, the Sith do like shiny. It's kind of funny because, like, with the Darth Vader suit in the original trilogy, it kind of goes back and forth if they wanted it, like, super shiny or not.
The enemy is here. We must act now before we are...
I don't know where I'm going.
Like,
So what's the lore reason for why I can understand everyone here? Do I just know every language?
Something like that, I'm not sure.
You'd think people would be a little more tolerant of others in this day and age. I guess stupidity and ignorance will never run style.
Dang, and he said that in 2003.
Yeah, like,
Karth is ahead of his time.
Like in A New Hope, Darth Vader's helmet isn't as shiny. And then in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, he gets a helmet polish.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was something about like, it made it easy. I believe George Lucas said he liked the more scuffed up look more for Darth Vader, but like it made filming
Yeah.
on a black like backdrop.
Yeah, I
If you
thought they
have a
said
bla-
I thought they said it was
yeah.
something to do with the lights.
It was a mix of the lights and also like there's a lot of scenes with him on a ship in front of a black background in space.
Yeah.
So that also like helped him have more of a defined outline, so you can actually see what you're looking at instead of just a black void that vaguely looks like a helmet.
I think I'm just kind of going back and forth. Is there a way to open a map?
As someone who like did grow up with Star Wars.
Oh, here it is.
Sometimes I wish I could, like, because I was watching these movies by the time where I was like, with the original trilogy, I was pretty little, and I don't have like a strong memory of the first time because I was so young.
Same.
So like, I've always wondered how I would feel about them if I like was able to wipe all memories of Star Wars and just watch
Yeah.
them for the first time.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kepler Yurt. Welcome.
Although
to the
ironically,
License Plans. My shop's the largest one in
the-
all of Upper Terrace.
like,
Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need.
3 or 4 years ago, I believe, sometime around there,
The Sith
I
confiscated
watched
all my heavy weapons, and they
Attack of the
impounded all
Clones
my
for the first
shares
time
the
in
swoop
years,
But I
and
still got
like
a real nice
I
selection.
barely
If you're
remembered anything that happened in that movie, so it felt like I was watching
Just
it
so you
for
know,
the first
prices on
time.
the items are final.
It certainly did.
What? Sorry, I was reading shop dialogue. You watched
Oh,
Attack of the
sorry.
Clones for the first time
In,
in a
like,
long time.
decade. Yeah.
And
it
what?
felt like the first time I watched it based on what I remembered or
Oh.
what I didn't.
I watched all 9
It-
movies in a row when episode 9
Oh.
came out. I
I only
marathoned them.
watched the original and the sequels when I did that because if I did everything. Wait, it wasn't the last time I watched Attack of the Clones. It was the second to last time, I believe, because that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and then like, before I started watching Clone Wars more recently, I watched that first, and then I watched Clone Wars up to season 6 because 7 wasn't out yet, and then I watched 3, and then I watched 4, 5, 6 sequels, then 9, then
Hello
yeah.
there, youngster. You
Also,
interested
Rebels
in
is
buying
somewhere
a
in there. I
Pazaak
watched
deck
that.
of an old man looking to get out of the gambling
Like,
game? Just
this
50
sounds like
credits.
I
I'll
only
sell
got
you all
around
my
to this stuff
cards.
recently, but like,
I'll even
this was like a
Of
year-long
course,
quest to slowly getting through like all of Star Wars at once. So it wasn't like a build-up to 9 so much as like entire like several months, if not like a year, effort of slowly building up to 9 through like a bunch of TV shows and stuff. And a lot of it I had seen before, it was just a rewatch. But yeah, I did do that.
It's enough to make a girl get off blood.
Yeah, I saw the movies before, but I was really hyped for 9 because I was like, the saga's ending, so I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And then I was disappointed. The hype wasn't worth it watching all 8 of those. It was too much build up for too little resolution.
I wonder if like
Just made me more sad, kind of.
when I watched, I was like, yeah, this is fine. I have issues with it, but I like didn't dislike it. But I feel like my opinion has slipped a little bit to like just being mad about it.
I usually don't dislike movies. I can't think of like any moments where I left the theater and I was like, that was pretty bad.
I watched the live action,
But-
The Last Airbender in theater.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't usually. I haven't seen like.
We were both like really into Avatar, so it's like, you know. That I would say that's probably the worst theater experience. I mean, worst movie I've seen in a theater, not worst theater experience. The worst theater experience I probably had was seeing Sonic the Hedgehog. Because there was like this little kid next to us, who would just like quote literally everything Sonic says, but in like an annoying higher pitched voice, basically. It's like, oh, why did I think I'd have a better time with this, even though that movie's just kind of average. And then I realized, for the Detective Pikachu's comparison, I went to see that on a time when most of the kids would be at school, so I wouldn't get this experience. But then I made the mistake of going during a time when children would be in a theater. Granted, that was a time when anyone would be in a theater because it was shortly before a certain something only a little less worse than the Raccoon disease showed up. I will be back soon, within a minute. I have business to attend to.
And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, paramedics will have him up.
He got shot in the stomach,
Well, that was quick.
and he's just unconscious.
I give you the winner.
He's not breathing. I don't. He's not breathing. Alright. If they say he's alive. Sure. Oh, he is alive. He's right here.
What are you looking at, fresh meat? You want a piece of me? You want to step in the dueling chambers with me? I'm Deadeye Duncan, the number 5 ranked duelist in this cantina. You know, the dueling chambers. 2 people in combat, loser gets carried out unconscious. Look, I'm the number 5 ranked duelist around here. I don't have time to explain all this. Go talk to the duel organizer if you're interested. He's that hut over there. Yeah, that's right. Back off.
Okay, Mr. Rank 5 Duelist.
What are you looking at?
Out of
But it's
5.
an elite group, okay? It's not like just
What a
anyone
loser.
can step into the dueling chamber. Yeah, that's right.
I just watched you get shot, dude. Oh my goodness. This 2003 graphic hut looks significantly more ugly than any other hut in anything I've seen. Something about his eyes aren't right. I don't want to. I'd rather not. Twitch? Wait a minute. Yeah, he said he's a Rhodian and he said shoot first. That's funny. Am I even supposed to be in here? How goes it? Don't mind me, I just have 2 swords out.
If you're here to complain about the quarantine, don't waste your breath. There's nothing I can do about it. I just followed the orders.
Oh, I'm not complaining about the quarantine. I'm used to it.
If the quarantine was so effective, then how did it not stop me from getting back in here?
I met someone named Twitch. Am I supposed to be in this cantina, by the way?
Yeah.
I am?
It's one of the optional things you can do.
Oh, I'm looking for what I'm supposed to do. I can't seem to find it.
That's the thing about Terrace. There's just a bunch of side quests for now that will eventually just make you stumble into the main quest.
Oh, you have to do the side quest to get the main quest?
You don't have to, but you're kind of broke, so you kind of need to.
I don't even know what the main... I don't know what I'm looking for. Maybe I should have paid attention.
Maybe. That might help. Go to the left.
Oh, right, I need the authorization papers.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. You can click on your map to make it bigger and to see where you haven't been yet.
Yeah. Oh, wait, is there a door I can go behind there? In the clinic?
No. Wait, where?
The clinic. Is there... So there is no sprint button?
It's a force power you get later on.
Oh. Oh, no, it's not lab personnel only. Well, I think I've been everywhere then.
I think you might have to go to where you were talking to Twitch and all those people and enter the arena.
The cantina?
The cantina where you enter in the arena.
Yeah. I just realized the colors are a bit weirder on stream.
A little bit, but that's the nature of old computer games that are kind of weird to get running to begin with.
Yeah, things are like more blue on the stream when they're like not like that on the game.
What's your opinion on lightsabers?
They're cool. I don't know how to answer that.
Based.
Good guys have blue and green, bad guys have red. That's just how it is. Can I have a purple lightsaber?
Yeah.
You might get purple. I've watched that.
was,
I've watched that clip too many times.
Yeah. That is a good clip, and like.
But
his
also.
enthusiasm over, like, getting to choose his lightsaber cover. It's like very subtle, but it's there. And
Yeah.
It's, like.
But like.
It's very charismatic.
That was when they were filming.
Yeah.
Wait a
Phantom
minute.
Menace. They were filming Phantom Menace.
Oh, it looked like they
because,
were in the room of. Oh, right, but they were in like they were in like Palpatine's room or whatever. So it looked like Revenge of the Sith. But then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense because he uses his lightsaber in Attack of the Clones.
It's in a Phantom Menace, that clip specifically, I believe, because he doesn't use his lightsaber in that movie, if I recall.
So they really only had blue and green
yeah,
at that point, like in canon at all?
I'm
Huh.
pretty sure.
Then again, George Lucas did call them the Goongos. In the same behind the scenes, he called the Gungans the Goongos.
It's hard to
So
say
maybe
if
he
that was
doesn't
a
know.
Rewrite or not.
Oh,
that could have
that
just
too.
been a rewrite. We don't know yet if that was just what they were called early on, or if he just like.
Also.
He's also just someone who likes to like mispronounce Star Wars names, or like makes like as a joke he'll just call them laser swords instead of just calling them lightsabers like anybody else.
If I owned a major media property like that, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd just start mispronouncing things so that people watch it and be like, the creator doesn't even know what this is. He's ruining everything.
I get the feeling that like for years people like made fun of George for being like, he called it a laser sword, he mispronounced Goongas, but like from what I got, he was like, yeah. I don't know about that example specifically. That could have just been like a draft. That could have been just like a draft, but like, I always got the impression that he was trying to be silly, because when you think about Star Wars just on a conceptual level, it is a bit silly. So it's like, I do think we can all use a bit more silly in our lives and in our Star Wars. I definitely think that their movies, I think people get too worked up over both liking them and not liking them.
Nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
Everything in moderation, folks. I'm actually gonna look that up. The lightsaber color things to see if those were in Legends before Attack of the Clones.
We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across him.
Deadeye Duncan. Oh good, I get to fight that guy that was trash talking me a bunch. Oops. Why am I facing this way? Oh no. What if I throw a grenade at him? How is he how is he gonna live through that?
Does Jarl Proof ever use his lightsabers in the prequels?
Who?
The guy with the really long neck.
I'm not sure.
He shows up in Light of the Jedi, which is pretty cool. Which is like the first High Republic book. But
Is he still gonna trash talk
What do
me?
you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring, and now you're gonna rub it in my... Oh, well, okay. Goodbye, then.
Dang.
I can't see anything about alternate colors before Attack of the Clones. Unless Jarl Proof uses his lightsaber in the scene, I just don't remember something, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But with something that I saw that I probably should have remembered but just didn't come to mind for some reason is that, like, obviously in Empire Strikes Back and in A New Hope, there's only two lightsaber colors, blue for the good guys and red for the bad guys.
Yeah.
And during the filming of Return of the Jedi, Luke's new lightsaber was supposed to be blue, but there's a couple of different reasons that have been considered for why it was changed from blue to green. One of them is that, like, there's a lot of scenes with like a blue sky backdrop basically, and like having a blue lightsaber on that mixed, and then like there was like some interview where off the cuff someone suggested what if he built a green lightsaber instead, and George just sort of liked that and ran with it, so that's the real place where alternate lightsaber colors came from.
Whatever happened to his green lightsaber?
I saw your match against Duncan. Not
Let me
bad for a
think.
rookie. But Dip, go talk to Azure, the duel organizer.
Well, first, there's the question of legends or canon, because I'm pretty sure there's two separate stories.
Canon.
I believe after that film, let me see real fast. I know he has a similar one to it after Return of the Jedi, but I don't know if he recovered it or if he just made a very similar looking one.
Wait, what happened?
Because in Return of the Jedi, when he's like after he just goes furious on Vader and then he cuts his arm off and just wailing on him, Palpatine says something and Luke's like, oh no, I shouldn't do this, and then he throws the lightsaber over the railing, right?
He doesn't throw it over the railing.
Oh, does he not?
He just tosses it because he has it in the Mandalorian, which is like right after Episode 6.
That's the thing though, I don't know if that's the same lightsaber, if he just rebuilt another lightsaber that looks similar, because for some reason I thought he tossed it all the way down.
I don't think it shows where it goes. He just tosses it aside.
Yeah. It also doesn't show it, I don't believe it shows him picking it back up.
He also has it in the Battlefront 2 campaign, but I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's after 6.
That's after 6, before where Mandalorian would take place, but
I keep losing this guy.
I thought that he like threw it off like the OSHA violating Imperial railings, you know.
What am I doing wrong? Besides everything. Am I like not supposed to beat this guy, or am I just that bad?
I pulled up the GIF, and it looks like he threw it in a direction that looks like it could be off a railing, but it might not. So
But
I
like
guess
you'd
we'll
hear
never
it,
know.
you'd hear it fall down. Oh, I don't know. I think
maybe
you.
I'll have to look at this in GIF form, but maybe the sound is what we need.
Yeah, I think you just kind of hear it hit the floor. Anyway, am I supposed to be doing this because I've lost this guy 3 times? I'm
What are-
I'm
oh,
almost out of med packs too.
Level up. It's a free heal. Have you leveled up at all? Can you level up?
No, there's no one to fight.
No, you fought a bunch of like Sith and stuff, and you got.
Yeah, but I went around everywhere and there's like no more of those little.
Okay. Have you made sure you don't have any level ups before you started this first, though?
Oh, you have to manually level up?
Yeah, yeah. You have to go to the thing on the top.
Here it
Yeah.
is.
It also acts as a free heal.
Should I be using any of this stuff now?
Skills? Persuade. More persuade now that you can level that up.
Is that it?
Put a couple more into repair once you... Yeah.
Is that it?
It's a little bit behind. You can put 2 more into repair.
That's a lot of repair.
Yeah. And then 2 into tree injury. Or 1. How many you have? 4. Make it 4. Because it only affect... I believe these only work if it's on an even number. I might be wrong, but I feel like that's a thing. And then just save the rest. Tree injury is pretty good early on because it heals more with med packs.
I still need to be level 4 for any of these extra things.
Yeah.
Should I use any of these first ones?
What does recommended give you?
Power attack.
Don't do that one. That's definitely the worst attack. Can you go to level 2 on any of the other 2 attacks you already have?
No, I already said they're all prerequisites level 4.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but I have to use when I keep forgetting. Unless I click cancel, what do you think cancel does? Would it like remove the feat entirely and I don't get to use it anymore?
Oh, it just goes back to the main menu where it's like,
Oh,
click
so I
the
have
next
to.
one to
Okay,
the next
well then I
one,
have
yeah.
to use one, I guess.
Let me think real fast, sorry.
Should I equip a blaster? I never tried that.
I think you're good with just a sword. Do you want double swords or do you want a blaster? Because you can only use one at a time.
Double swords, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, are you sure you can't save the remaining feats?
Every time I click OK, it says you have gained new feats. You must use add feat to select your new feats before continuing.
Okay.
Let me try cancel.
Canceling just goes back to the main thing.
Yeah, but I'm
Make
trying
sure
to
if you
I'm
wanna-
trying to skip to accept. Yeah, it doesn't let me.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you
Empathy?
have to go back into feats.
Empathy.
Maybe. Let me read it real fast.
It gives +1 skill point to persuade, awareness, and treat injury. And persuade and treat injury are the things you told me to up earlier. So.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's good for a feat. Like, it's good for the other thing, but like...
Dueling?
Wait, is this feats or is this,
Feats.
Okay. Oh, do you have the implant feat? There should be a feat. I think it's the 3rd one at the top.
That's caution.
Oh.
Implant.
Yeah, implant.
Gearhead? Oh, implant. Here it is. Implant level 1.
Yeah. You'll want to get that.
Okay.
It will just make it so you can equip another. Oh, that's already level 1. Never mind. Can you go level 2 or not?
No, that's also level 4.
Okay.
Most of these things are locked behind like level 4.
Wait, was there a headgear one you said?
Yeah, or gearhead.
Does it say something about equipping?
This feat gives a +1 skill point to repair security and computer use.
Oh, never mind. That's not what I thought it was. Conditioning?
This feat provides a +1 bonus to all saving throws, reflecting the character's excellent physical condition. Whatever that
Yeah.
means.
Can you add that one?
I don't understand it, but okay. It is
Uh,
added.
I forget if it makes it easier for you to hit or harder for the enemy to hit you, but it's one of the two, which is pretty good in this game.
Is this a glitch? You said it gave me a free level up, or
Oh, did not heal?
it did, but I'm in my damaged pose for some
Oh,
reason.
Press F4 and then F5.
Oh, never mind. No, I just had to walk and I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Wait, no, I should save before I fight this
Yeah.
guy again. Because I'm probably gonna lose again. This is the 4th time I fought Dunkin' Donuts, or whatever his name is. Wait, Gerlin Two Fingers. Oh, I was thinking of the other guy. The other guy's name was Dunkin' Deadeye or something.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Wasn't there a cartoon character called Duncan from something? I feel like Duncan is the name of some cartoon character I can't think of.
Is this what I'm supposed to do? This seems like a big difficulty spike.
Oh, try the Fury attack.
I've lost
just load
this.
the save.
I've lost this
Yeah.
guy 4 times now. Wait, loading the
You're
save.
using-
Loading the save brought me back to the very first save I ever saved.
Oh, did you not save manually before you fought him?
I did. I just pressed
Yeah.
F5 to load
Oh,
it, and it.
Sorry, that's just quick save. You can go to the manual load in the quick save is just when you press F4 basically.
This guy's beat me 4 times now. I haven't had any problems until this point.
Yeah. Try using
Flurry.
Yeah.
Can I heal in this battle?
Just with med packs, but I feel like he does more damage than you'll heal with a med pack. And plus you'll want to save those things.
Well, I've lost 5 times now. I don't know my other options.
Yeah.
I don't even do any damage to him. Are you sure I'm supposed to do this?
Oh. Try
Well, no,
one
I
more time, but with the critical strike.
I do a
And if
very
not,
tiny
then-
amount of damage.
Yeah. And if this doesn't go, then you might want to do some other side quests first to just gain experience before you try again. But I'm pretty sure you have to do this. Is this the first fight against anybody?
The second one.
Okay, the second one. I was gonna say, it would
use
be kind of sad if you lost against the first guy who's like,
Use-
obviously.
what, critical strike?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just throw a grenade at him.
I think that will like get you kicked out for cheating or whatever.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I didn't do any damage and he killed me.
Are you keeping? Okay, you are. Never mind. Yeah, I would say go back to this later. Load the save one last time, just so you have your health.
I feel like I already went everywhere. I don't really know what other side quests are.
Oh wait, actually go up to your thing where it has like where your level up normally is. Like on if you press the Karth on the bottom, you can
The what?
on the
Oh,
bottom left, you see
Karth.
the icon for
Yeah.
click on it. Okay, he doesn't have any levels yet. Because you can level your parties individually. And that's why you're not giving everything to your main character for feats. Did you talk to everybody in the cantina?
Well, hello
Oh, apparently not.
I can see from your exotic appearance that you are not from
Oh
Thomas.
yeah, up there. That might.
What do you think of our local music? The band is quite good, wouldn't you agree? They're on the verge of intergalactic stardom, you know.
I guess the music's good. He's asking what I think of the music. Also, my head covers up all the dialogue options. It's probably a little too late to realize that, but
Yeah. Can you see it?
yeah.
Mark my words,
Okay,
they'll
that's.
be famous soon enough. They were
I
about to
would
go
say
on
that's
tour
more
before this
important.
Sick quarantine stranded them here. Would you like to meet the band after the show? Maybe have a brief brush with fame before they become intergalactic superstars? I can arrange it, you know. I have a standing arrangement with one of the Rhodian bodyguards backstage. For the small sum of 20 credits, he'll let me set up a meeting with you and the band.
Is it important to meet the band? It costs money.
Yeah.
It is?
Wait, let me think.
That costs the money. The Star Wars money.
Am I thinking of the band, or is the dancer with the band? Shoot. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. Well, first I have to ask you, are you interested in meeting the band?
Kind of, but like money. I need to memorize what all these buttons do for my facial expressions.
Yeah. For your V and your tubing. I don't think it's worth it actually working through it.
Well, I would like to help you out, but I can't arrange the meeting for free, and I'm afraid your charms would have little effect on the Rhodian bodyguards backstage. If you manage to come up with the credits, just come back and see me. I'll be more than happy to arrange for you to meet the band. Until then, please enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even look at the band. There are dancers in front of the band. You mentioned them.
That's not the dancer I was thinking. There's like a side quest you do where you.
The musician is too busy playing to pay any attention to you. Dang, doesn't even notice me.
But no, there's like a side quest with the dancer character who I thought might have been in here, but apparently wasn't.
Who dresses you? Look like you crawled up here from the lower city. Oh well, I guess we can't all have style.
Wow. So rude.
Yeah, quarantine must be tough for the off-worlders stuck here. We should try and make the best
For some reason, I was sure that there was a side quest that was in there that just wasn't. Have you thoroughly checked the other rooms in that square? Because I'm pretty sure she's in one of these.
In where?
One of the rectangles surrounding this circle.
Oh. This is the same place.
What? Why are you speaking to me? Can't you tell from my clothing that I'm of the nobility? Get away from me. I can't be seen talking with a...
Such rude people here. Star Killer. Star Killer.
Originally, that was supposed to be Luke's last name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Bendick Starkiller.
I'm Bendick Starkiller.
Over 100 duels without a loss.
That's the exit.
Don't you just love watching?
Back again. Where?
I think I talked to everyone.
Pizark. Wait. Pizark is a mini game you'll have to do once or twice, but you can get some free cards from him, I think.
I see you got your
Plus,
feet
if you
wet
like
in Duel Ring.
if you like mini
Not bad.
games, it's an optional mini game you can do.
What do you want? Wrong. Just because we're both duelists doesn't mean.
Should I buy the deck from that one guy at the entrance?
How much money was it?
50 credits, I think.
How much do you have?
274.
Are you interested in playing a mini game?
I thought you said I had to.
You might later on, but it's not required. Like, I don't
Ew.
believe it's required in Terrace.
The heck?
Just 20.
This guy was nice earlier, but then he just called me exotic beauty.
Dang.
Yeah, that quarantine must be tough on you off-worlders.
Is your face loaded? Oh, yeah, it is. It's just kind of not well looking. That's a little rude. Sorry.
I can't believe you just first person their face.
It's like, I was like, is your face loaded? Oh, it is. It just kind of looks, I guess it's just how you look.
Go into the one on the left, but like, did you talk to, if you can go back further in that room.
That's the exit.
Behind you. Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's how I got in.
Oh. I thought this was the exit for Are you... Wait, go back into the bottom room.
There's a delay. I'm standing at the
Okay.
exit right now. This is the exit. Or the entrance. That's where I walked in.
Yeah.
Hello there, youngster. You interest just 50 credits. No.
Well, I'm lost.
Gerlon used to be one of the best in the game.
Go
You're not
all the
so
way
hot, stranger.
there. Wait, hold
What?
on. No, that's the back corner, I think. Did you talk to that guy?
Who?
Oh, that's Twitch. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that's Twitch.
That's the first person you talked to. Oh, is that a item in the left corner?
Yeah, I'm getting it. There was a delay, sorry.
Okay. Well, at least we found something you missed over. Oh wait, click on the map. Okay, you're gonna have to... Did you go on the left? If you go in that left back corner, you see...
Yes. That's where the band
See if there's
is.
anything in
Or wait,
there.
not the band, but you can't even get back here. There's a
Oh, you
Sith
can't?
Sith patron in the way.
Let me enjoy my
Oh,
drinking.
never mind, that's why. I thought the dancer side quest was here for
Paris
some
isn't
reason.
such a bad place. I've been stationed in worse places than this during my commission.
Do I know you? No? Then why are you speaking?
Where did you get those clothes? A trash compactor in the lower city? And where are those drinks we ordered?
I'm not a waiter.
Why is the help here so incompetent? One word from Daddy and I could get you fired. It's too late for apologies. Daddy's going to hear about this. You'll lose your job for sure.
I guess there's no consequences from that situation. It sounded threatening, but nobody came and fought me, so I kind of wish they would because I need to level up.
That like progresses. I think that's like a part of a side quest, but I might be wrong. There's definitely nothing in this room.
Unless I need to meet the band, but I guess not.
Nah.
I've been everywhere. They're playing Yu-Gi-Oh in here.
That's bizarre.
Oops. I tabbed out. Yeah, I've done everything in here. I've just kind of backtracked like 16 times.
Yun Genda. Look for an NPC called Yun Genda.
Young
Is that
Genda?
it said female player should talk to Yun Genda. Who is
Are they
another off-duty Sith
in here?
officer standing to the left of the entrance of the music room.
The left of the entrance of the music room is the guy that wanted me to see the band. Or no, he's on the right.
Yeah.
There is no one on the left. Wait, there's this guy.
The Sith are hunting for any Republic soldiers who escaped the battle overhead.
He's not in the music room, he's to the left of the music room.
It's a good thing a few of the Sith come in here to relax when they're off duty. Keep them from closing this cantina down.
Do you see any like
I used to watch it all the time when Gelrud would play it.
No.
He had
Sith
some great matches
officer,
against Nicholas.
off-duty Sith officer?
No. Wait. Yeah, there's the music room.
Yeah.
When I went to the left, yeah, there's no one here.
Nice outfit. I've seen outcasts. It's a good thing a few of
You like Pazak? I used to watch it all the time when Gelrud
The
was playing it.
western exit to the Bizarre room leads to a central hub in the cantina.
Welp. I've been everywhere.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's not in here. Or maybe you have to do something later. Alright, so let me teach you about this trick, right? You click on your map. Return to hideout. On the bottom left. Basically, this is a two-way transport. You can transport to your starting place, and then you can transport immediately back to where you were. So if you click the map again.
My name's Kadir.
Sorry, I was talking to the janitor.
You look like an off-worlder. What happened? You get stuck
You can
here
learn a
because
lot
of
from
quarantine?
janitors.
Can't see any other reason someone would want to. I should get back. Probably.
Okay, what? Click on the map.
Yeah. And then there's a thing that should be saying transit back.
E.
And that will teleport you back to where you were just a minute ago before you went back here to your starting place. And when you do that, it also it's a free heal. I forgot to mention that earlier because normally
oh my goodness, why am I being attacked?
Oh yeah, sometimes you'll just get ambushed.
Shoot him, Karth. Oh wait, were those the people that she sent after me?
Maybe. Oh yeah, yeah. You saw her in the background running saying help daddy, so.
I got a vibroblade.
Yeah. Oh wait, can you do the transit thing back to your base? stay still, turn around. Oh, go to the room you were teleported in front of when you first.
Go in.
Yeah. A workbench. Or you could talk to Karth if you want more detail or whatever. Melee.
Prototype vibroblade.
Yeah. Oh, do you have one of those? Is it equipped?
Feats required, weapon proficiency, melee weapons.
Yeah. Click on it.
I can upgrade it.
Yeah.
Oops. I double clicked, and now I'm lost.
Give it a second. Yeah. Do you see the bottom left where it's like a different color from the other two?
Yeah, vibration
Click,
cell.
yeah. Click on it. Then assemble, and now it's upgraded.
Avengers.
You can remove upgrades, by the way. So.
Oh, that
There's-
was when I clicked on. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what? My sword.
And then-
One of these swords, isn't it? Oh wait, no, I have to.
Yeah. You have to equip it later, and.
Oh,
and
not
then
right now.
blaster- You can do. I think one of Karth's things are also. Yeah, if you go to left one more. You have to go to the
Wait.
top left.
I have 4 vibroblades. Why would I want a prototype?
I believe that
The
one
prototype's
does more, yeah, it does
better?
more damage. Yeah. Wait,
Does a regular vibroblade do more than a short sword though?
Definitely. Short sword's only for like two-handing.
Oh. Maybe I should have done that before I fought the guy. But I
Wait,
only have. What?
Do you have? Wait, did you make your second sword a short one?
No, I made it. I have 1 prototype vibroblade and 1 regular vibroblade.
That will make it way harder to hit. That's why you need a short one.
Oh, I need a short sword
Yeah.
and a
if you're
prototype.
too-
Shoot, which one was the prototype?
hold
It
on.
won't tell me.
The right one is the. Your
Oh
main
yeah,
one.
never mind. It does tell me. Okay, so short sword. Okay, done.
Is there a short sword and a short vibroblade, or just a short sword?
Just a short sword.
Okay. How are you liking this?
I know it's an older game, but I kind of wish it had, like, would tell me where to specifically go. I guess that's part of it, is the exploration and all that. But I'm used to modern day hand holding and waypoints. I mean, it
You
gives
need
me
one of those Sith wayfinders.
it gives me general directions, but like I don't know how to get these authorization papers. You kind of just
I
have to
think
go
you, like,
around
have
and
to beat up a Sith or something, from what I remember.
I gotta go
I
find a
don't
Sith to
remember.
beat up.
Oh wait, do you have both of your head plants in, or did you only have one?
No.
Also, did you do Karth's equipment and see if you have any
Wait,
better clothes?
it'll only let me have one head.
Oh,
implant
okay. Do you have any other clothes you can put on, or is it just those?
Combat suit, Sith armor.
Oh, that's how you get the authorization. You wear the Sith armor to sneak
Oh.
by.
See, how am I supposed to figure that out? The game. Never mind. I don't want to say the game should tell you more, but that seems like it would take quite a lot for me to figure out.
Do you have any of the belts?
No.
Okay. Oh, also change Karth's equipment.
Yeah, combat suit. Should I give him?
Hold on. Let me wait for the stream to catch up. Yeah, combat suit.
There's not really anything else I can give him.
Yeah. He's using. See, do you have any other blasters? Go for the one on the bottom right.
Yes, blaster pistol, ion blaster, blaster rifle.
Are they? See if they're like pistols or not.
a blaster pistol is a pistol. It seems like
Go
it does
down.
less, though. I'm not sure.
Wait, is Karth's okay? That one's equipped. Scroll down. I think. Okay. Press cancel. The one in his left hand. Bottom left. Wait, that would be, sorry. The one on the bottom left, which would be his right hand. Scroll down.
It says left weapon, but
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Is that just? Are the only options blaster, pistol, and then ion
yeah,
blaster?
yeah.
Okay. Never mind. We're good there.
Oh my goodness.
What just happened?
I have the Sith armor on it. I forgot I put that on.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a visual difference for some reason.
You might want to leave. Oh, yeah. All the equipment has a visual difference, which is why you're not in your
Why
underwear
does
anymore.
Why does party inventory keep fading in and out?
I'm not sure.
Like I'm supposed to click on something.
Wait. Did I say save game out loud or not?
I think so.
Okay, because I was about to say it, and then I stopped myself to say something else, and I forgot if I actually ended up saying it or not. And then you just did it, so it's like, did we just have the same thought, or did you actually just save to save? Also, Sith armor is better what you currently have, so it's not amazing in terms of stat-wise. Otherwise, you would just wear the whole game. But like, I believe it's better than what you were using to fight that one guy.
Dang, I hope there's not too many of these FMVs.
Are you done with the game then, or?
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a lot of them. There's a couple, but they get more infrequent the farther you get.
They're probably for important scenes, though.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be weird when the screen goes black.
Some of them are, and some of them are for oddly unimportant scene. Like there's this one planet with an elevator, and the FMV is just you going up and down the elevator, which is not important at all. And like most other of the planets would have just skipped it. Maybe it's because it was impressive for the time. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
So are you gonna stop streaming for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I played this game before, but also, it's still a bit much to figure out, especially with a break. So it's like trying to relearn the game basically it's a complicated game. So thanks for if you know this game well, thanks for sitting through our attempt to get through it again by memorizing how numbers work. What is a number?
I've never seen like practically any of this game. Yeah, I've never seen a number before. That's why I'm so confused with this game. There's too many of them, and I don't recognize any of them.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh! One too many times and swore off numbers. Too many numbered cards and other numbers. I don't know. So yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
And or watching the VOD. Goodbye.
See ya.
May the force be with you, or whatever.